On a bright summer morning, under a clear and cloudless sky, terror struck.
Do I think 9/11 could have been prevented? Yes, actually I do. I believe the way George Bush handled that whole situation made it so much worse than it could have been. And if we could have just sat down and just discussed and had a conversation with whoever was involved, the Iraqis or whoever, then maybe we could have prevented 9/11, yes. I do believe airport security has been a little tighter due to 9/11, and that's kind of, at some points, is kind of uncalled for, and the way they handle certain things is very unnecessary. I believe that we could handle things better, but I believe with 9/11, things are required to be the way they are just to prevent another tragedy such as that.
Come on over here.
Hold on.
I know, second one looked like a military. What? Second.
Right there.
We can't get any closer? We should try and run the other corner. My father's here. Okay, get that.
What's happening?
Jerry, get down, Jerry!
There have been a lot of conspiracy theories on whether or not 9/11 was an inside job, and some facts do kind of sway you to believe in that way that some things were a little fishy about 9/11, such as those two little planes being able to take down such large buildings. But I believe whether it was inside job or not, it was a tragedy that affected America greatly. And whether or not it was because of Osama bin Laden or George Bush and the people and the dirty politicians, it was still a tragedy. So, a lot of people who practice the religion, and I know that genuinely Muslim people are peaceful people, and the people that created that great crime, although they were Muslims, they weren't, like, you can't justify all Muslims by their actions. So no, my opinion on the Muslim religion did not change. Due to the 9/11 attack, I believe the United States has learned to be scared and afraid of everything. The United States has learned to judge others due to a group of people's unfortunate decision, and that in return has made the United States biased against all other people because of the fact that they're scared. They're scared of another 9/11 attack. They're scared of being attacked again, when in all reality it was just a few people instead of a whole clan. So we shouldn't even be that biased, but sadly enough, people are. Since 9/11, I believe America's military force is stronger, but our trust and our freedom has become weaker because we're so scared of causing another war or going through another tragedy that we're scared to even trust another country, and we're scared to do anything. So I believe America as a unit has grown weaker since the 9/11 attack. No, I don't believe the United States is safer than it was 13 years ago now, for the simple fact that although we did go through the 9/11 attack, and yes, that was a scary time for America, even though we went through that, we grew stronger as a community and we learned to overcome that. But now we have missing airplanes, bombs blowing up marathons, people running into schools, shooting elementary students. Even though we went through the 9/11 attack, we all grew stronger as a community. But now it seems as though there's anarchy running these streets instead of our Congress, and no one is helping make America feel safe anymore. There's just nothing left. Scared to travel through airplanes for the fact that I was scared that something might happen. I was scared that, what if somebody took this over and decided to crash it somewhere, then we're all, dying. Osama bin Laden was involved in the 9/11 attack. Honestly, I don't believe he was involved. I just believe that we were looking for someone to blame at that point. Because it is human nature whenever something goes wrong that we search for someone to blame and someone to make sense of what happened. And because Osama bin Laden was such a huge role model at that time for the people that we were having problems with and issues with as a country, that I believe that George Bush just made him seem like the ringleader of the whole situation. My opinion on Osama bin Laden was that I know he was basically the most hated man ever. He was the worst. On some level, I do kind of respect his view. I'm not saying I agree with it at all, because what he put us through was horrific. But in his mind, he thought he was doing it for his country and his God. And although the way he did it was the absolute worst, he was just doing what he believed to be right. And we're doing that basically every day. So he was just an extremist, I guess you could say.
This is about 15 minutes ago, bodies started dropping from the top floors of the tower closest to the highway. About at least 5 or 6, and it was absolutely terrible. Obviously, they had two choices: to be burned in flames or to leap and end it all.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the two towers. Continues to fall and to rain on the people below. There are people hanging from the windows 90 stories up, and a number of bodies have actually hit the ground.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Absolutely not. I've seen at least 10 people fall to their death and just splat like a ripe tomato. It's awful, but it's I don't know what was at the controls or what was going on in the plane, but it was not a bomb. It was an American Airlines jet that crashed into the tower.
Pray that God took them quick. And then we saw the people jumping. We saw what we thought was debris, and we realized it was people jumping.
So hard to start living. My skin and bruises are useless against it. I'll try all I can, find a soft place to land. Calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm holding a heart. Hey, straight.